So the first question was from Karen, and she asked how to get more bums on seats and be fully booked out. And quite honestly, the simple answer to that is like marketing and advertising and a really great sales strategy around getting people, like sales conversations to get people in the door, and also sales strategy to keep them coming back. That's the simple answer for that. So yeah, I mean, if you want to get more clients, the best way to do it is just you have to have really great marketing. You have to have, like, I love advertising. I've always loved advertising. I grow my business with ads because it's the quickest way to do it. You can do all of the free things and SEO and blogging and content marketing, and all of that's great as well. But if you want to grow fast, advertising. A lot of business owners are scared of advertising because they focus on the cost, whereas if you're looking at it as though you're looking at the revenue and like the lifetime value of a client, then sometimes you can even spend more on the front end if you know you've got an ad that's going to, like, maybe you spend $100 on an ad as an example, and you get 2 clients from that. Like, you might freak out and be like, oh my god, that's not very good. Like, maybe both of those clients only spent $50 with you, and you think like, oh, I didn't make any money off that ad or whatever. But if you do a really great job on those customers and they come back and you rebook them and they tell other people about you, then those 2 customers can be worth like $1,000 each to your business over a 12-month period. So technically you've spent $100 to make $1,000, like to add $1,000 revenue to your business. So that's why it's important to look at advertising in that kind of way, as if it's an investment. And even if you don't make like heaps of money from your ad on the first go, then if you are good at customer retention, you can actually add a lot of revenue and profits to your business over time. So it's important to think ahead in regards to that kind of stuff. Desiree says best website host and setup. So different. I have had my own hosting for years, but I've just been using my friend Joss, who's in this group, for hosting now, and that's pretty good. So you can contact him, Joss Aguiar. I never know how to pronounce his last name. Is that right, Ree?
I think so.
You don't know?
I've never said it out loud.
Me neither. Kimby Marie has said, is Fair Work Australia the most reliable place to find employee awards? Or how do you go about properly finding the award? I'm scared I won't do it the right way. I don't know, because I ask my accountant and she tells me. So I don't know. Cara, do you know that? Is it Fair Work? Fair Work Australia is definitely the best place to go, and if you're unsure with anything on the website, they have an info number, so just give them a call. Otherwise, get a really great accountant and ask them, because that's what I use mine for all the time. Diane is the best. She is the best. Diane Kennedy, another shout out this morning. If anyone needs a new accountant in Australia, get on Diane. Get on to Diane. Sorry, Diane. Okay, Vanessa has asked. Vanessa has asked what. I'm visualizing it.
I know. The worst thing is I've just got like that.
You can't see this. Vanessa says, what are the best things to look out for when finding a new salon to sublease or their beauty room from? Okay, that's a good one. I haven't subleased before. I've leased a lot of properties, but I think it comes down to, like, good people really would be one of the things. Like, is the landlord good, or is the business owner good? Do you get a good vibe from them? Is there a clear written agreement on what's included and what's not included? I see this a lot with people who sublease rooms and other salons and stuff especially, and they find that they expect the owner to provide them with customers or bookings, or the other way around. They are expected to get all their own bookings and clients, and then like it might get messy where maybe it's like a beauty room inside a hair salon as an example, and the hairdresser doesn't want the beauty person advertising to her existing clients, and it just can become a little bit messy and stuff. So I would be definitely looking at relationships with people more so than the actual space, because it doesn't matter what the space is, like you can dress it up and make it look great, and you can get clients with marketing, and especially like Facebook marketing and a nice website and stuff like that. But I think definitely the relationships with the people you're subleasing from, even when you're just renting a shop, you want to know that the landlord is good. I've had a couple that have been really great and a couple that have been really not so great, and that's really the only thing that has made that renting that space or leasing that space not very fun. So that's what I'd be looking for. Vanessa. Ruth says, what's the best way to get more likes on your page? Pictures, videos, competitions, and boosting. Well, I think all of the above. I think also you never want to actually advertise for likes on your page, because that's just like, it's kind of pointless. So if you're going to boost posts and run ads, you want to have them with some kind of clear call to action, that you're actually promoting something you want them to inquire about or book in for, or you want to send people to a landing page or a website so that you can actually get their details on file or fill in your online booking form or whatever it is that you want them to do. As a result of that, you're going to get more people liking your page if you have good marketing and good advertising running. In saying that, from what you've just said, pictures, videos, competitions, and boosting, the best way to get more engagement from those things and more likes, I believe currently, is videos. Like, videos have a really high exposure as opposed to everything else at the moment. Facebook's really pushing videos, so even if when you're going to take like a before and after picture of something, you can just take a little bit of video footage as well and put that together as a little before and after video, maybe using Instagram or some other editing app. Put that on your page and boost it, and you're going to get a lot more views from that. Or like, yeah, videos are just, you know, you spend $5 on a picture boost, you spend $5 on a video boost, and you generally get way more people see the video. Competitions are a really great way of getting likes, yes, because, and getting engagement if you get people to like comment to enter a competition or whatever. However, if you need to have some kind of strategy around that to get them into actual paying customers. In my Proven Profits program, I have a template and a sales script all around running a competition successfully to actually turn people who enter into paying clients. So if you're interested in that, you can definitely check it out. Boosting, yes, 100%. I love advertising and boosting. If you want anything to get a good result these days, like, or to get people to see it, you have to boost it some. And also how to win awards, Ruth says. I've tried a few times and no luck. Any tips? No, I think you've just got to be pretty epic to win awards. Like, you've got to obviously enter things. I've won a couple, but I don't really ever know when they're on and I don't enter them. But Tracy said, just on that, when is the best time to start looking and lock it in? I'm in the lookout now to move and I don't know where to start. Just start looking and the right thing will come to you. I like to try and like manifest spaces and get really clear on what I want first. So maybe make a checklist of like all the things that you want in a room, and then look around, and when you find something that checks all the boxes and it feels good in your, you know, it feels like a free, light feeling, not like a heavy, skeptical or difficult feeling, then trust your guts and go with that. Neil says, why boost versus paid ads? Well, they're both good. The main difference is, like, I like both. Paid ads, like, they're both paid ads. There's advertising, and like using Power Editor or using boosting is both advertising. I think boosting is just really easy for a lot of people if they're not really like tech savvy and they can't get their head around Ads Manager or Power Editor. The main difference is that if you boost something, you have to post that thing on your page publicly first and then boost it to everyone, whereas if you're going through like Power Editor or Ads Manager, you can do what they call a dark post and target an ad to specific people, and it doesn't show up publicly on your page. So there's benefits to both. Everyday follow-ups. I think the more you put it off, the more you are potentially leaving money on the table. Like, if you should be following up like with new clients, especially like even the next day or two, to see how they are and if they enjoyed their appointment, or how they, like, if they're doing okay with everything. Like, I even do this in my online courses. I have emails that go out to people a couple of days later, or even with my free ebook. I'm like, hey, did you get it yet? Did you like it? What did you think? Is everything okay? So yeah, as soon as possible, basically, with a follow up from a new client. You should also be following up with existing clients that you haven't seen in a while, and you should also be following up with people who inquired at a certain time and didn't buy from you, because sometimes people aren't ready right away, but they will buy from you later. Felicity, how to handle a competitor. I have lots of videos, actually, a few videos at least, on my YouTube channels about thinking about your competition in business, so definitely go and check them out. But this is a specific question, but we sponsored an event giving our product away for free, and a competitor did basically the same thing but at a cost to guests of the event. So we had the good old pleasure of people asking, oh, how much, when it was free and sponsored. We will be approaching the organisers, but is there something we should do in future to ensure this doesn't happen again? That just sounds like, if you're sponsoring an event, then yeah, you shouldn't have a competitor there trying to sell things to people. So I would be taking that up with the organisers. Maybe the competitor didn't know either that you were being there, so I wouldn't really like blame anyone relating to that. It's just learn from it and kind of just be clear with people. It's like, well, we're actually sponsoring this and it's free. That's all I would do, and just mention that to the organisers. It's like, hey, if we do this again, you know, that wasn't very cool. Karen has said how to keep staff loyal. You can only treat people in a way that makes them want to be loyal to you. So you can only do your best by being a good leader and a good boss. Like, you want people to want to work for you. You can't just like force people to stay working for you forever, and you can't expect anyone to do that either. So some people will come and go in your life, and that's totally fine. It's a normal part of business, but the best way to keep loyal staff and keep them working for you is make sure that their needs and wants are fulfilled by working for your company. I put together this whole program, and I haven't launched it publicly yet, but I've given it to all of my current clients to test to make sure it's okay, and it is, everyone's loving it. But I've actually created a series of guided team meetings that are actually designed for this purpose. So you basically sit down with your employees in a circle or whatever once a week, and you watch one of these videos that I've created, and it guides you through building relationships, figuring out what everyone wants out of their job and in their life, putting together a plan to help them get that, letting everybody on the team get to know each other a little bit more, different personality types, finding out different people's love languages, helping them to learn sales skills and improving relationships amongst each other and also with the customers and that kind of thing. So if you're interested in that, I'll be updating everybody soon, but it's really cool. So the best way to keep staff members loyal is just to not think of them as staff members and think of them as people, and just build great relationships. It's the same with customers, it's the same with family, it's the same with partners. Like, it's just people.